better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? No heavy. No good up high. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Trips him up. Does a good job of pushing back. The attack is parried. Okay, they trade hits. Overhead. Life lead opens up. Where's their opening? Throws them to negate the block. Will this super art connect? KO! Player one with the first strike, but they can't get complacent. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. G-right kick for a mix-up. Well-timed corner switch. Player one has the life lead. Can they use it? Looking for hits them with a stop and bop. Oh, burnout triggers. Player one in dive. Their timing was on point there. That perfect parry may lead to something. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. Ooh, you never know what can happen. How will they utilize this? Hits them with a vagabond edge. Jumps. Arc step. Vagabond edge connects. They gotta dig down deep here. Only a little bit of burnout. Did they mean to do that? Closes it out. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Opens with a jump in. Goes out of sight. Player two didn't rely too much on drive in that last round, but they may be looking to mix things up here. The low. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. They may be planning to spend their drive gauge here. Any throw will whip at that range. Here comes a big combo. Yajira? Player one, huge chance after that wall splat. Player one throws that off. Ooh, you left turning it right up with the super. Spins it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. The super connect. Noticeable life. That's gonna leave him rattled. Closes it out. That was a fight heard round the world. Yo, pop that. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, what a smart throw. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Nice cross-up. There's a corner switch. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Taking stock. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Vagabond and sends them flying. Player two chases them down. Hits them with a vagabond edge. Going in, rough tap to close it. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Immediate jump in. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Smart throws, that'll do more damage than usual. Will this super art connect? The Dragon Lash Flame giving them a side switch on top of the damage. Denies the jump in. Player digs in deep to get that drive in. Uses the gauge for a super art. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Ooh, they're gonna feel that. Here we go. G-right kick for a mix-up. Player one will look pumps the brakes on the impact. Ooh, there's a side switch. This could be big. No! Send off the wall! Player one can't use any drive boots. Gotta play it safe. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. Turning it right up with a super. Shibuya flatlines them. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Who will come out on top of this fight? Excellent block! Player one won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back to center stage. Medium kick. Nothing stops this train. All the throw connects. And whiff! They're wide open. What's next? Player one is in burnout state. Will this super art do anything? Dragon Last Blade cooks them up good. Player one flipping the screen with a turnaround super. Tricky hidden variable. Player one can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Here comes the corner pressure. This is a critical moment. It is over. Player two was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. Gives them a psychological advantage. Takes the opponent out of the air. This is a chance to dictate the pace. Hits them with a stopping bomb. Uses the gauge for a super art. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Player one is not in a good place health-wise, but with the super art in play, it's still not over. Perfect KO. They were in full control there.
Kimberly.
That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, what a smart throw. Jack brushes that off and keeps going. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Takes a trip. Neither of them willing to back off here. Goes for the super art. Strings it all together. A throw to tie the bow. They were picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Long, low attack hits. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Player two has the meter lead. There's a change of sides. Player hits them with a stopping bomb. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Uses the gauge for a super art. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. What'll happen? Oh, burnout triggered. Player one in dire straits with burnout. Barely blocks the jump in. The exchange KO. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Player two has them legit shook in the corner. Counter hit throw there. What are they thinking here? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Takes a trip. Player one can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player one gets them. Player the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Still very early in the round. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Uses the gauge for a super art. Confirms the Bushin Ninja Star Striker. The damage and attack boost off this will really tip things in their favor. Player two holding on to that corner advantage. A quick breather. Player two will look to apply it. Springs forward with the drive rush. Drive rush to keep it going. It knocked down. Here comes the mix-up. Oh my God, they just choked it up. Hold your breath. Finishes it with the anti-air. We're going into the final round tied up. Grabs them. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Going in. Jumps in. Barely blocks the jump in. Gets scooped from down low. Luminous dive kick to throw him off. Player 2 needs to use the burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Opts for the critical art. Yo, we're dealing with a real gambler here. Low on life and is still willing to risk it all on this critical art to do the cash money damage they need. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. Low heavy, but no go. Can they use their resources wisely to pick up the win here? Take that sword away, he's maxed out! No way, that win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned. Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Shows immediate hits him with a stopping block. Box him with a target. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? All right, what's coming up next? Reads them. Life lead opens up. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Decides to buff up while they can. Pressuring the situation with the charger. Slides and goes for the legs. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still... burnout activates. Knockdown and... Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious brushes that off and keeps going. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Max SA gate, how will they utilize this? Hits them with a vagabond edge. Player 2 holding on to that corner, looking to impress with this super. Confirms the Bushin Ninja Star Stuns. The damage and attack boost off this will really tip things in their favor. Knockdown and Player 1 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. Noticeable life lead is a breakthrough with the throw. Hey. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Jump in, finds the mark. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. The low is gonna hold your breath. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. All right, what's coming up next? Forward throw, not letting them out of the corner. Heats it up with a combo into super. Takes a trip. Their super art gauge is running on empty. That's going to be a big factor in how this match plays out. Knockdown. KO. Finishes with the throw. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
A new challenger.
Y'all better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Whoa, hold on. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Player 1 with the life lead. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. The low kick connects. Overhead. The low is denied. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. All right, what's coming up next? This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. That drive impact is blocked. Combo with the target combo. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Uses the target combo as a filler. It's a good spot to use the super. Confirms the Bushin Ninja Star Cypher. The damage and attack boost off this will really tip things in their favor. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Sets up the trap. Player 1 has the deck stacked against them. Can perfect KO. They were in full control there. Check time for our fighters. Who's going to pick up the win? Goes with the safe, uses the gauge for a super. Ends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Super. That's what we want to see. There's a drive impact. Here comes the corner pressure. Wall flat into the guard frame. Amazing. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? Oh, stun. That news is over in a flash. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Shows the medium kick. Tries to catch him out with the arc set. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. There's a corner switch. What are they thinking here? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Parries the attack. Player 2 is just about out of hold your breath. Player 1 chases them down. Takes the chance to hurt him. All right, what's coming up next? Life lead opens up. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. They hit each other. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Saw that coming. Barely blocks the jump in. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent into the ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Knockdown, draw critical. What's gonna happen? Big difference in life and closes with the throw. Hitting them with the smart stuff. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. Will we see our fighters fill each other out or just let it fly in this opening round? Opts for the throw. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Below heavy hits. Still slugging it out here. Hold your breath. Punishes that ill-timed attack with a drive impact. Very bad choice there. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Throws him to negate the block. Bops him with a target combo. Very solid corner switch. Likely gets him. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Gets the counter hit throw. Big opening ready to be taken advantage of after that parry. Neither of them willing to back off here. Both fighters answer with a psycho uppercut. They return to center stage. Picks up the counter. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Breaks their guard with the throw. Here comes the mix-up. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Start the tune, because Kimberly's ready to feast. Bushin Ninja Star Cypher. And this is only the beginning. Player 2, get in there. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Blocks the jump in. Uses a drive parry against the attack. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're gonna eat tons of damage. Holds out with the block. The low is denied. Player 1 chases them down. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for him? Throws them to negate the block. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Hits them with a vagabond edge. Just goes for it at this range. How's this round going to develop? Good instincts to spend resources while they have them to tack on more damage. What'll happen here? You going on the offensive? Kotsugeki to the face! The path to a win looks very tough here. And I don't know, confirms a Bushin Ninja Star cycle. The damage and attack boost off this will really tip things in their favor. What's next? Ooh, what a smart blow! Player 2 knew the throw was coming! No way, that win wasn't luck. That was 100%. We're in for something special right here, right now.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. That was a solid anti-air. The low kick is blocked. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move where you're gonna eat tons of damage. Stands firm and blocks the drive in. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Taking stock. Uses the parry. All right, what's coming up next? Throws him. What's next? Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. The grab misses. No more drive gauge. Solid combo. Throws them to negate the block. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Neither fighter can use their roses with the throw. Hitting them with the smart stuff. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Are you serious? They had a read on that jump in the whole time? The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Takes a trip. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. A quick breather. Burnout activates. Goes for the jump in. Looking for a chance. Springs forward with the drive rush. Confirms a Bushin Ninja Star cycle. The damage and attack boost off this will really tip things in their favor. Nails the overdrive arrow kick. Both go burnout. Did they mean to do that? Smashes out the cage right there.
And it skills.
Getsuga Saiho! You better not blink because this boy's quicker than a freaking hiccup. One player is in burnout. Put the fear of God in him. Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run. Uses the target combo as a filler. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Player 1 with the life lead. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Throw whips. The low heavy hits. Both sides backing off to form their game plan. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation. Closes it with a classic corner throw. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Gets the counter hit throw. Drive rush to keep it going. No knock that brushes that off and keeps going. Vagabond and sends them flying. Smart play with the throw. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with the chance to score big, springs forward with the drive rush. Big throws. Going in. Breaks the block with a throw. Player, burnout activates. Life lead is there, ends the meter, hoping for a good return.
Oh, looking for the definitive end to this round with a level 3 super!
There it is! They knew it'd be enough. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your... Give me that drama, give me that grime. Are y'all ready? It's fight night time!
Round 1.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Difficult situation for a throw. You're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. What's the play here? Lots of aggression from both sides. That was a solid anti-air. Blows him. What's next? Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Very solid corner switch. Player 1 chases them down. Out with the medium. Oh!
The punish counter gives them a great opening here to KO!
Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. What a clutch side kick there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Smart play with the throw.
Their spacing is so on point right now.
But who's gonna blink first? Player 1 has a slight life lead. Full SA meters on deck for both ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Big opportunity now in this corner.
Hit them with a 1-2-3!
They must have a game plan here with a critical art on deck, but executing that plan, experiencing burnout. A real test of nerves here. What a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Player 1 took that round comfortably. No need to bring out the big guns yet. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Jumps up, links in. Flushes that off and keeps going. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck.
Gets him with a Euro step.
So,
Up for the Psycho Kick. Time to start cooking.
both fighters planning something?
Holy! Player punish counter on the action.
Player 1 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation.
Turning it right up with a super.
Uh-oh.
This could really tip the scales. Carries them all the way through pressure building now that Psycho Cannon is out.
Player 2 with the rhythm,
Owning that space.
gets them with a quick low kick. Player 2 was an absolute beast. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Blocks the jump in. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Knockdown. Had the radar up and running. Life lead opens up. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Player 2 creates a good and the throw ends the round. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Throws them to negate the block. Medium kick. Throws them. What bends the meter? Hoping for a good return. The super art hits. Will this kick both fighters into full gear? Player 2 is in a answers with a psycho uppercut. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 1 needs to be looking to impress with this super. Confirms the Bushin Ninja Star Cypher. The damage and attack boost off this will really tip things in their favor. Player 2 cycles throws, bringing a flurry of pain right to their doorstep. Goes out of sight. Checks with the low. Okay, here we go. Parkster comes off the tank and scores the win. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Reversal. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Ooh, what a smart throw. Jumps up. Smart play. Throws him. Tries to catch him out with the arc stance. Both sides getting ready. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Impact squash. Looking for a hold. Turn out, but they may have a plan here. What's next? What a finish!
Kimberly.
Woo, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Gentlemen.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Goes for the low kick. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Decides to go in with the target combo. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Okay, they trade hits. Solid blocking. Feeling out the spacing. The jump in is denied. Grabs him. Not having the cross up. That drive impact doesn't get through. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Parries the attack. Holds out with the block. Throws him. What's next? Oh, easy tech. Both sides backing off to form their game plan. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Life lead opens up. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Grabs and throws them away. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Gets the combo. Breaks the block with a throw. Pops him with a shorty. They return to center stage. Both fighters planning something? Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Uses the give for a super art. Start the tune. The Kimberly's ready to feast. Bushin Ninja Star Cypher. And this is only the beginning. Player 2 can't use any drive boost. Gotta play it safe. Burn out, but they may have a plan here. Pops off the tank and scores the win. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. This can lead to some big damage. It's time for both. They were right to be on guard there. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Arc step. Carries them all the way to the corner in one go. This may turn the low. Okay, here we go. What a finish! Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Pops them with a shorty. The throw missed. Oh! Will that drive impact get punished? Combo with the target combo. Goes for the throw. Knockdown. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Neither of them willing to back off. Okay, they trade hits. The grab misses. Blocks the ambiguous crosser. Hits him with a stop and pop. Vagabond and sends them flying. Both fighters KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Gets the jump in. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Going binomial theorem with a Bushin scramble. Ooh, Bushin scramble's gonna leave them hurting. Player 2 is working with a better game. What can they do with it? Flawless round. They got him so quick. Player 1 took no time to finish that fight.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Stands firm and blocks the driving. Throws him down. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Goes for the throw. All right. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. The jump-in is denied. Takes a trip. Solid blocking. They are battling it out tooth and nail with no one having a clear advantage yet. Goes for the super art? Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Strings it all together. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. All right, what takes a big gamble and KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. That drive impact is blocked. Oh! The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. What'll happen here? Hits them with a vagabond edge. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They're going for the super art. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Gets the throw out of the hooligan. Smart aggressive play there. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Brushes that off and keeps going. Block burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 2 will look to a drive impact misses. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. Big super art to show up what a PhD in fighters can do for you. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Did not miss that chance and takes the round. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. This is gonna hurt. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Solid anti-air. Player anti-air in the clutch. Knocked him out of the air. Baits out the low kick. Player 2 needs to take advantage of and eats it. Player 2 may be able to pull a fast one, especially with walls flat. Incident come over in a flash. Player 1 was an absolute beast. This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Opts for the throw. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Parries the attack and deftly shuts out the jumper. All right, what's coming up next? Stops the attack but down to the wire. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Takes will this super art connect? That's how you do it. Bushin beats assaults them from the air. They just went for it with that burnout triggers. Both sides are gonna have to fight without drive. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Jumps up. Player 2 has depleted their drive game, but they are KO. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Brushes off the impact. They are not afraid to let the overdrive art fly, even when their drive gauge isn't topped off. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Player 2 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Tries to catch him out with the arc step. Player 1 chases them down. Buffs up. Saihasho. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. There's a change of sides. Jumps in.
Hits them with a stop and drop. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage.
Uses the gauge for a super art.
Are they dead off this super? It's too close to call.
Both fighters gotta roll up those sleeves and think of something. Okay, genius read with that throw escape. A real test of get the tips with the low heavy. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one.
Drops that off.
Blocks it. Snaps back and hits hard with a Tensonin. Throws them. Player 2 needs to take advantage of this kick. There's a burnout. All the throw connects. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout.
Goes out of sight.
What were they thinking? Medium kick. Okay, here we go. Quick medium poke. The drive impact doesn't work. Both connects with the throw. Player 1 is barely hanging on to their last bit of drive.
Tricky hidden variable.
Impact squashed.
All stocked up.
Where's the... Ooh, what a smart throw. What now? Player 1 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity.
Drops him hard.
All the throw connects.
Oh, what's this? Who's coming out on top?
They were sitting on their leader for this super art.
Flatlines them.
Player 2 comes out on top of that fierce battle.
Talk about a show. That match had it all.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that rundown. This is gonna hurt. Gets the combo. Taps back and hits hard with a Tensonin. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Big opening ready to be taken advantage of after that parry. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Oh, easy tag. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Nice! Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Holds out with the block. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Dashes up. Can't tech the throw.
Hits him with a stop and drop.
Vagabond and sends them flying. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. Saihasho, how will they manage their drive gauges? They were expecting that drive impact. Okay, creating some space here. What'll happen here? Breaks the block with a throw. Medium kick hit. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Uses the gauge for a super art.
Confirms the Bushin Ninja Star Sun. The damage and attack boost off this will really tip things in their favor.
They must have a game plan. Crowns them from above. Life lead is there, but draw critical. What's gonna happen? Closes with the throw. Hitting him with a smart strike. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Sets a shuriken bomb to panic him. This can lead to some big damage. Gotta do better than that. Both fighters are working with a low SA gauge, but that may not get...
Drops that off.
Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Throw is denied. What a read.
Goes out of sight.
Both stop. Genius read with that throw escape. Player 2
Turning it right up with a super. Lays down a Saihasho.
The drive impact doesn't work. Oh, here we go. Noticeable burns out. Anticipated that throw. What's next? Medium kick into...
Who are they swinging at?
Player 2 can't use any drive moves.
Gotta play no hesitation or regret. Hit them with that NSF coming.
Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it.
They are done.
Player 1 has the win out of that absolute carnage. Going in, connects with the throw. Their timing was on point though. That perfect parry may lead to something. Throws them to negate the block. Uses the parry. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Knockdown. Tries to throw but doesn't connect. What's the play here? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Goes for the throw. Taking stock. Grabs him. Takes a trip. Big counter. What a finish. Great read on the life gauge there. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Shows the lead down to the wire. Were they baiting them into that? Player 2 isn't, bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Start the tunes, because Kimberly's ready to feast. Rushin Ninja Star Cypher. And this is only the beginning. Gotta be careful not to punch Super Art. The Super doesn't hit. Knockdown and grabs and throws him away. Saihasho to start something. Throws a fireball. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Going to see transpire between these fighters. No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Goes for the throw. Player 1 has the life lead. This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. What are they thinking here? Grabs him. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Gets the jump in. I can't keep track of these corner switches. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings. KO! Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. From up above. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Player 1 managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Both fighters have plenty of drive to work with, but how they make their approach will be key. Goes to the overdrive. Feeling out the spacing. Smart play with the throws. They just won't stop switching sides. Looks like they both want to stay out of the corner. Whiffs the impact. The throw missed. Looking for a chance. Slides and goes for the leg. Blocks the low kick. They exchange blows. Tries to catch him out with the arch step. Looking to impress with this super.